Good evening. I am Aniket Chauhan and here are the top stories making headlines today. From strong words by the Defence Minister on Pakistan's nuclear arsenal to a fresh encounter in Kashmir's Pulwama, and from renewed diplomatic overtures to travel backlash in the tourism industry, here is everything you need to know before the day ends. Rajnath Singh calls for global oversight of Pakistan's nuclear arsenal. During his visit to Jammu and Kashmir following Operation Sindoor, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh raised serious concerns about the security of Pakistan's nuclear weapons. He urged the international community, particularly the International Atomic Energy Agency or IAEA, to supervise Pakistan's arsenal, calling the country's nuclear posture irresponsible and dangerous. He emphasized that India would not be swayed by nuclear threats and reaffirmed the government's commitment to countering terrorism with full resolve. Gunfight between terrorists and security forces breaks out in Pulwama's Tral. An encounter between security forces and terrorists broke out in the Nadar Lorgam area of Tral in Pulwama district. Security personnel launched a search operation that turned into a gun battle after militants opened fire. This follows another operation in Shopian 2 days earlier, where 3 terrorists, including a top Lashkar-e-Taiba commander, were killed. Pakistan requests resumption of the talks over the suspended Indus Waters Treaty. In a notable diplomatic move, Pakistan has expressed willingness to restart talks on the Indus Waters Treaty with India. This comes even as India has paused such discussions in the wake of the Pahalgam terror attack. Sources confirmed to The Hindu that Pakistan's Water Resources Secretary Syed Ali Murtaza recently sent a letter to India's Water Secretary Debashri Mukherjee, requesting India to nominate representatives for talks with Pakistan's Indus Commissioner. The letter was reportedly received quote-unquote a week ago, though its exact timing and connection with India's Operation Sindoor strike remains unclear. Putin skips Ukraine peace talks, sends seasoned negotiators. Russian President Vladimir Putin has opted not to attend upcoming direct peace talks with Ukraine, instead appointing a delegation of seasoned negotiators. The announcement, made on May 14th, listed officials who had also participated in the initial rounds of talks after Russia's 2022 invasion, including Presidential Advisor Vladimir Medinsky and Deputy Defense Minister Alexander Fomin. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky had earlier indicated that he would only attend if Putin himself was present. With Putin's absence confirmed, it remains to be seen if Ukraine will send top-level representation to the talks. Supreme Court to hear Waqf law challenge on May 20. A bench led by Chief Justice B.R. Gavai has set May 20 as the date for a full-day hearing on petitions challenging the Waqf Amendment Act 2025. The case will decide whether interim relief in form of a stay is granted against provisions of the amended law. The bench has asked lawyers on both sides to come prepared with a consolidated note of their arguments. Senior advocates Kapil Sibal and Tushar Mehta will appear for the petitioners and the government respectively. Stalin slams presidential reference on governor's role in bill assent. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has denounced the union government's move to refer the Supreme Court's recent ruling on governor's time-bound assent of bills for presidential clarification. Calling it an attempt to undermine a settled constitutional matter, Stalin urged opposition-ruled states to unite in defending federal values. The issue stems from a presidential reference under Article 143 that questions whether the Supreme Court can impose timelines on governors using its powers under Article 142. Outbound travel to Türkiye and Azerbaijan hit by wave of cancellations. Following an open support of Pakistan by Türkiye and Azerbaijan during the recent Indo-Pak conflict, calls to boycott travel to the two West Asian nations have gained momentum across the country. Tourism platforms such as Make My Trip and Ease My Trip reported cancellation surges of up to 250%, with bookings dropping by over 60% in the past week. Make My Trip has stopped all promotions for the two destinations, urging travelers to avoid non-essential travel in a show of national solidarity. The RSS-affiliated Swadeshi Jagran Manch had earlier urged Indians to avoid travel to Türkiye and has also boycotted its products, in solidarity with the country's soldiers and in national interest, it said in a statement. Supreme Court to hear Madhya Pradesh minister's plea over remarks against army officer. The Supreme Court of India has agreed to hear on May 16th a plea by Madhya Pradesh Minister Kunwar Vijay Singh, who is seeking a stay on an FIR filed against him for derogatory remarks made against Colonel Sofia Qureshi, the army officer who briefed the media during Operation Sindoor. CJI BR Gawai took strong note of the minister's comments, reminding the court that, quote, every sentence uttered by a minister must be with a sense of responsibility, end quote, especially during a time of national crisis. Trump criticizes Apple CEO over expansion plans in India. US President Donald Trump has publicly expressed displeasure with Apple CEO Tim Cook over the company's growing disinvestment in Indian manufacturing. During a business roundtable in Doha, Trump urged Apple to prioritize building in the United States instead, noting India's high tariffs and strategic positioning. His remarks come amid ongoing debates over American companies shifting supply chains away from China. That's all for now. For more such videos, please subscribe to The Hindu.